Hi viewers, welcome again. It's the African Tech Nerd, and we're going to proceed with our lessons about HTML and how to create HTML pages. And so far, we've already talked about introduction and the basics of an HTML document and the HTML language as a whole. And we also talked about the contents of the head tag, the head section of the HTML document. And now I am going to teach you about the body, which again, let me remind you from our introduction to HTML that the body is what carries the content or the elements that output the content on the main part of an HTML document, which is visible by the user when the HTML document is served on the browser. So again, as a matter of recapping, this is how you open the body tag like that. So what are the contents that you may find here? The contents encapsulated by the body HTML tag are the following, and I'm going to present them in the manner that works for anybody who wants to arrange a simple HTML code in the best way possible. So number one, we are going to have an header. Headers do carry, not header, please. Just note that, do carry common shared information that is shared across many pages. These include a logo. So we can have, remember the documents, you can have, you remember the HTML comments for content that does not need to be output to the browser. So we can have the logo and we can have the menu. The top or main menu items. Can have them there. So we can also have some, you have seen login buttons, register button, can have them here, register buttons, and we can also have search. We can have a search, no, we can have maybe social share buttons. So all this one may be there, may be found on the header or also on the footer. So we have that. So you expect here to have things to do with a logo, which is an image, and this is how you write an image. That is IMG for image, and the source, which is src, equals path to the image, right? And then essentially that is how you write, and that will be our logo. Maybe path to our logo. And then you can have things to do with the navigation menu. Maybe you can have something like this. These are lists which are unordered. That is the tag for unordered list. And then inside it, you have the list like this. We can have Now, these are the lists. Maybe you can just have two menus like this. Then here, we will now link the menus. We will now link can have either you link, you can link maybe the menus like that. This one is the A tag, which is for links. If you want to link one page to another, so you write, then path, then link here. You link that one, then you name it. You will have now, the link is maybe menu like that. And then you can have the same for this, you can link the same. Make sure you link the list, the menu, yeah? Here maybe we can have something like about us, and then we will link it here, yeah? That so it goes. So you can continue and continue so that you have a number of links to that. You can also, like I said, you can have buttons here for login. That is done. You can have some login buttons like that, login, register. And then you can link now this button using the the link tag that I talked about. Make sure this is inside. This encapsulates the login button so that when you click it, now you go to that link here. That basically, that is it. This is now an header. It can contain that. Remember now they may not look very well because we've not styled them, but we're going to go there, style them. That is basically the header. Can have that. It can contain styles and so forth, but basically this is the general way of doing the header. Then from the header, you can have a division, maybe a division and another division. So a div is a way of dividing and arranging content inside a certain, inside the body. For this, it will make more sense when we'll be talking about the HTML style. So for now, just know that you can have division of the sections where you have the HTML, and inside them, in the body, the content in the body can be divided into several divisions. That is using the div HTML tag. And inside it can encapsulate, of course, what we talked about, which are the headings. Can have the main topic is the African NAD, African Tech NAD blog. Yes. And after that, we can have now a paragraph now. Welcome to the African NAD Tech NAD blog where we teach interested people about HTML and other programming and HTML and other markup and programming language. Yes. That is just a paragraph like that. If it is too long, you can try to break it. You can also use the break tag like that. It is self-closing. So you can close it. Can close it that way. You can break in the long sentence into several so that now it appears like that. The break. Remember, I've also taught you about teaching you about several elements that can be found inside the body, and the break is one of them. Yes. In here, we may have H2 and so forth, which is here I can write about us. Yes. And about us, demo content, etc. So that is it. And then the final division may be about useful African tech and links. So here we can have an ordered list is written that way. That is how you open it, and we can have lists of links that are linked to some useful link, some useful content to HTML about PHP tutorials, Android for beginners. So those are some of them. They are in that division. And because they are useful links, we decide to link them. Remember visual code autocloses, so make sure you move that to the right one. Like that, and then here you link to, and to link like that. It will be a link, but I'm just writing that to just to teach you. Then we will have that. So write links. Make sure you write them manually so that you build your brain muscles on how to code. So PHP link will be linked there. And the final link, we have the tag for linking. Then that is how to close the tag, and then we have the href. As the link and link like that, just an example. And that is the body. Now we have written some content at the bottom. Finally, we are going to write the footer, which is usually at the bottom. And here, mostly there will be some information like copyright 2024. All rights reserved. And then we may write Africa, copyright Africa take NAD, all rights reserved. You can also have developed by designed by APC, and then you can have an external link to APC. There you can have a link then. So I'm teaching the practical part of developing an HTML web page. So look at the way I'm arranging things as we continue learning. Then here is the designer link there, just but an example. So that is it. On the footer, footer can also have links just like the navigation menu, the useful links. You can also have some links here. That link to partners, that link to other pages inside that point internally on the website you have created. So you can have them there. So I won't repeat that because I already done. And here, we also can have before, now after footer, before the closing body tag, we can have JavaScript here, just like the way I told in the previous video, which I've just attached here. Just like in the head, we can also have before the closing tag, we can put some JavaScript here. And just like a reminder, this is how you put JavaScript path to JS. Just like this, just should point to that JS file that you're linking, and then you close so well like this. That is how to write them. You can also here, it's also allowed to link this way. You write your JavaScript here, like var NAD equals me. And then more and that. Let me not write a lot of JavaScript. I'm just demonstrating on how you can, another version of adding JavaScript before the closing body tag. And that is it. That is it about some of the components, and actually the main tags and elements, HTML tags and elements that you can include in the body tag. Inside this body tag, this is what it can be encapsulated. If we save this and open, remember this is how to open HTML files. So just click and it will open on the default browser. This is exactly what we have written. This is what we have been reading, right? Find that we have the home link. You see, if I point here, it is actually a link. When I click, that link is not found, but if it is linked well, it will open to that next one, which we'll look at later. And then, this is also a link. This was a button, you remember? This was an image. This is not showing because we have not saved the image. I'll teach that later, but you can see at least we have some image. If you look at this, if I right click, you will see open image in the new tab. But when I open the label now, nothing, because we linked nothing on the image part. This was the main topic. These were the paragraphs, and actually when we used the breaks, they actually broke the long paragraph to appear like this. You remember that this was H2, and then some paragraph, and then useful links. They may not be arranged very well. This was div 1, then div2, then div3. They are not arranged as that because we have not done the style part, which when we build on that, as we learn, you will see how we are able to actually arrange this page. And then now we have the useful links. There were also links, as you saw. Of importance is that I put this as an ordered list, yeah? UL, and then the links. If you look at them, they are not ordered, they're just bulleted. And then we are the ordered list, which now are ordered 1, 2, 3 by default. That's how they are written. And these were links. You can see they are clickable, though we did not put valid links, which we'll talk about them in another video, like that. And then we add the food. And of course, the scripts cannot be seen until they are output in something. That is basically it. If you view the page source like this, right click, view page source. I'm using Mozilla Firefox. You can see all what we have been writing. You can see the head part, some scripts, some styles, you know, for teaching purposes. And this is what we actually wrote. I can see there's something. Let's not close. Let's just give them that browser compatibility, but they still work, yeah. And then something else, be careful, not commit issues. So there's supposed to be actually a script, then that's not linked, yeah. Like that way, that's the correct way. So that is it. That is it. Always check how I'll check the view source to make sure nothing is amiss. But everything was working, though there had some small typos. Basically, that is it. That is it. You continue looking at other parts the next video. Continue digging deeper, learning more, and making, as we learn, we are doing it practically, so that we make our HTML page and the website even richer and richer. At this point, let me remind you that if you want to develop a website that makes sense, because at this point, you see, we are now trying to link. So the website will become bigger. So it's very important at this point to know what we're developing, so that now the idea flows from one link to another. But basically, that is it. Just to recap, we've addressed the parts that are found inside the body. Inside the body, these are the main parts. Thank you for watching. Catch up on the next video as we dig deeper on HTML elements and HTML tags. Thank you so much and goodbye.